This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, is...
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And we got some special stuff for you this time. We got review the new Nightwing issue 59. We're going to talk some Detective Comics 1000, but before any of that, we're going to do live commentary for the Batman the Animated Series episode, If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Rich? They were pretty good, because, do you know who did the voice? It's a Riddler episode. Do you know who did the voice of the Riddler? Yeah?
Yep. I think it's actually the first Riddler episode in the animated series, so...
The very first one.
Introduces him.
Yes, because it starts with Edward Nigma.
Yep.
All right. Well, should we jump into this?
Okay. Yeah. So.
Just tell me what.
Okay.
Should we count down?
Mine has the intro going. So.
Okay.
They're blowing up the bank. Oh no!
Yes, because Kristen's watching on DC Universe. I'm watching on DVD. So.
You know, it is very nice on DC Universe. They said they're updated and.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the pictures.
HD.
Yeah. Because I know they were putting the whole series out on Blu-ray too. I think, weren't they? Yeah,
I have it on DVD. I didn't buy the Blu-rays yet.
Yeah, neither did I, but I think they put it out. So they probably been working on the picture for DC Universe and the Blu-rays and stuff.
Yeah, because I figure, like, how many ways does one really need the same show? If I were smart enough to be rich, maybe I would have it in all the different forms.
All right, so where are you at in the episode?
Okay, all right. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? Written by David Wise. That's funny. Okay, are you watching it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Competitron. So, Enigma.
I love how they have him doing that crossword puzzle to show how smart he is.
I challenge my mind for fun.
That's shorthand for genius. Also, I like how they walk past somebody and it's named as Jay Snow.
Ah!
Jon Snow works there.
I was gonna say for you Games of Thrones fans. There's the boss.
Boom, hits the door. My office was here. Hey, why isn't my closed captioning coming up?
Where's my office? My door was right here. Was this right? What's the meaning of this? What does it look like, Andy?
Can you hear? You can't hear it through my computer, can you?
Now I kind of can, yeah.
All right, because my closed captioning isn't on for whatever reason.
I created the riddle of the Minotaur cave.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I kind of just watched this like right before we jumped on. So, there's my got my closed captioning on.
All right, just give me a sec.
If you're so smart, why didn't you read the contract you signed?
Yeah. I mean, he does have a point with that, but Mockridge is a jerk.
Oh yeah. Tell me something, Eddie. If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? And the creation of another Gotham villain. And 2 years later. If Eddie's so smart, why did it take him 2 years to come back at Mockridge?
That is an excellent question.
Well, I guess he had to build the maze.
Get the riddle of the minute.
Sorry, I'm behind you now.
That's okay.
Okay, 2 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mockridge just seeing the message on the...
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. We'll have 3 episodes later, guys. No, Bruce is in the cave.
Oh, all right. Pacing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here comes Alfred.
Nice, okay. Dick tying up that $40 million computer.
$50 million.
Classic.
Yeah, like I said, I was just watching this, and I'm just like, if some kid who hadn't seen this episode before back in the day was watching this, they're like, man, those graphics are horrible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, now you're like, wow, this computer is shit. I mean, crap. Sorry.
That's okay.
This maybe is supposed to be a family-friendly podcast.
What's the shortest distance between Nome, Alaska? What was it? Miami, Florida. Might it be a curved line?
His animated face.
I know. Dick's like, Alfred, I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. Hand the fate.
He doesn't even seem mad that he got it wrong.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, whatevs.
The wasteland. Come on, quit playing your silly computer games, kid. We got
yeah, but he's lucky that he's playing that computer game because it's important for the plot. But yeah, it is funny that you're right that Dick is so intensely playing that computer game and it's 2 years old. I mean, like by this point, all the kids would be on to something else.
Convenient plot point. Enigma. Oh man, who was it back in the day with like Batman villains? Even like that Batman '89 movie, from 1989. It's just the Joker sitting there, and now it's Enigma sitting there.
Well, in the shadow, it's very scary. It really sets the scene.
Mm-hmm. This is no mere game. Levy gives him the rings to try to figure out. Go for the gold.
Oh, his eyes.
Mm-hmm. Oh. You handcuffed yourself, Tommy. Uh-oh. Enigma doesn't want money.
He wants revenge. Also, how awesome is it that the villain's name is Mockridge? And he's just like mocks people. I mean, it's a really appropriate name.
Batman running through the skylight. Bat something or other. Batman. How hard is it? You have to match wits with the Riddler.
The Riddler is such a snappy dresser, though.
I mean, it'd be funny if he came out of the shadows just in his his green coat and his derby hat, and they just started laughing. What is it? Enigma? Some kind of joke? A play on your name? Could you have a brain? Do you have brawn to match? Says the big henchman after them.
Yeah, because Riddler doesn't have the brawn to match. Look at that nerd.
Nope.
Yes.
Robin literally kicking butt.
Animated Robin mugging for the camera, so to speak. Love it.
Kicking butt.
Literally.
Beware the disco lights.
I feel like Batman should have seen that chair coming.
Even if his back was turned?
He should sense it. He's Batman. Come on.
Yeah, he should be on the guard for, if the guy's not down.
It just feels like he would have known that was coming. Because he's Batman.
And what's Batman doing while Robin's running around the table with this guy? The whole pull the tablecloth out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I would like to know, do you think Riddler did something to that light thing to make it do that? Because otherwise that's a real safety hazard.
Hey, that's what took 2 years between this and the maze.
You're hilarious, Riddler. Handled. Oh no, not the flaming table leg.
Robin just runs through the fire.
Yeah.
Punching you across the room into a table didn't stop you guys, but here, I'll hit you with a serving cart.
Mockridge trying to put the flame out.
Uh-oh.
The Chinese body trap.
Does he say Chinese Robin trap? I'm taking Mockridge. Save him or save Robin, who's gonna burn in this flaming nightclub now, trapped in it. But doesn't Robin have a utility belt? Couldn't Robin get out by himself?
Well, but his hands are down on his side.
I guess, yeah. He's still on fire. Batman's standing there scowling.
He's like,
Did you mean a joke on his name? I mean, it's like I did my homework. I checked on the creator of the Minotaur game. His name's
Edward Enigma.
Edward Enigma.
See, this I think was good. I will admit, this is how I learned what the word enigma meant when I was a kid.
Yes. And I think this episode specifically taught people lots of facts.
Mm-hmm. It did. It did. It also, though, ruined me, but, well, I'll save that for when we get to the maze.
No.
Because the maze is so good.
Uh-oh. The whole city's flashing off and on. It's Morse code.
Duh.
Okay, I get it now. The Riddler needed 2 years to set this up.
I mean, it is pretty elaborate.
But shouldn't you know he's at the power company?
Yeah. He probably needed 2 years to figure out how to get such a sweet costume, too. I mean, they can't have that many green bowler hats out there. He probably had to search for a while.
Yes, I would like to order 500 derby hats. When is the Minotaur's owner as high as an elephant's eye?
His expressions in this.
I know.
So they really animate him kind of hilariously. Also, I like how he slouches in the seat and he's like buckling up his chest and not his waist. Classic college student move.
It's as high as an elephant's eye. Corn.
I know. When Batman was like, before your time, maybe it's because I grew up in the Midwest, but I was like, come on, I know that corn is the ears as high as an elephant's eye.
Well, again, you needed a story reason why Batman's explaining this whole thing.
Right, but yes, in case. No, I just mean when Batman's like, it's before your time. Yeah. I was like, hey, I'm younger than Robin, and I knew that one.
Hey, they did that to make kids feel smart.
Exactly.
Maze. Mockridge is in the maze.
The maze at the amusement park.
Man, this would be a sweet maze to go through. I mean,
exactly. That's what I was saying. That's why this has ruined me for any other mazes, because this maze is amazing. And that wasn't supposed to be a cheesy pun, but it did turn out that way. And now anytime you go somewhere, they're like, oh, we have a hedge maze. I'm like, yes. And then I get to it, and it's like little 3-foot-high bushes, and I'm like, this sucks.
I mean, this maze actually has a mechanical flying hand of fate.
I know, exactly. This is the coolest maze. I mean, they could never make a maze like this in real life. It's too dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
But it would be awesome, and I would want to go to it for sure.
Same reason why we'll probably never have flying cars either. Because people can't drive on the ground.
Well, you'd probably presumably be safer in a flying car than on a flying hand, where you could just fall right off. Could you do it faster?
It's the Griffin.
Except this Griffin. Ah!
I know, it's just supposed to block the way you came, except shooting fireballs. Yeah, see, I'm thinking Enigma, enhanced the...
Yeah, that's what he said. He just said he made a few enhancements of his own.
Yeah.
Dastardly fella.
Because I don't see it, the public coming to getting fireballs shot at them.
Right, I mean, now he totally ruins the maze, because there's all these holes.
Losers ahead.
Like, this is amazing, but you could not have that.
No. Losers ahead?
That is a huge liability lawsuit waiting to happen.
What, them almost getting their heads taken off?
Yeah, losers ahead? You have the public opening a maze where you could get your head chopped off? I don't think so.
Yeah, this is all Enigma. I guess it's a good time to tell you, no one's ever made it to the center of the maze.
OSHA would be all over that.
And that's where the commercial would be. And oh, Doc. Griffins take each other out.
Hey, I need that.
I love Batman's scowl as he kicks over that Griffin.
That's right.
Oh, 8 minutes. Mockridge becomes the only good corporate shark.
I mean, I was a little yeah, with that one. I mean, not that I actually want him dead, but I can somewhat share the sentiment.
You don't know Arabic, do you?
Oh, yeah. See, now this part I kind of like, because sometimes I think in the comics, they have a tendency to make the character... I realize all of these people are smart, but sometimes they make them over the top smart that it's a little too hard to... I don't expect Batman and his crew to know every language.
Yeah.
But that made sense with his computer. He's like, yeah, no, I don't just know Arabic off the top of my head, but I can translate it.
I mean, with a lot of characters, I'm like, yeah, how do you know all this? But with Batman, I almost buy because he traveled the world for many years.
But still, I mean, if you don't use all of those every day and
the keys.
Yeah, this one I like because Robin solves the puzzle.
Mm-hmm. A, C, and D.
I mean, now, that being said, I imagine Arabic, I think, would be one of the languages that Batman and crew would bother to know, since, with Ra's and Talia and Damian and that kind of thing. But the point being, if they came up against, some sort of old-timey thing oh, hey, do you know Middle High German? I would expect Batman to be like, no. I can translate it. But sometimes I feel like in the comics, he'd be like, oh yeah, there was this time that I studied in Germany with this famous curator of manuscripts who taught me Middle High German. You'd be like, oh, please.
That sounds like Adam West almost, you know.
Yeah,
Adam West Batman, you know, didn't he seem like a know-it-all?
Yes.
Like, we talk about, like, modern Batman in the comics, it's like, you know.
But they would never have asked, you know. See, now this one, see, we played the game, we know. It's a curved line. I want. Ended. Oh, Riddler, you and your puns.
Walking papers, yeah. This is why I love when Batman's just like, enough. We're running out of time. Let's take the hand of fate.
Top computer. Red scale cheating, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Talks over there.
I have a million of ears, four lobes. I have no muscle.
The riddle's like not even that hard.
I know. That's what I was thinking the first time I even saw this. What am I? The human brain. Yeah, but it fits the pattern because it's like it is like Batman said. It's the one thing that Edward Nygma respects.
Nygma respects. Not that, lucky Riddler. You're just predictable.
But at least it's like, oh, they didn't outsmart Nygma at the end because he does get away.
Right. I mean, the Riddler's not an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
You're not.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They played him smart.
That's why you have a death trap. So that way, if it doesn't work, you're out of the way.
That's what I like. That it's like, you know, they played him smart the whole time, right. But yeah, they didn't change it up at the end.
With a single blow.
The hand of fate, which Batman linked into his computer.
Such a smart move. Oh no!
Oh, they disarmed the Minotaur because his arm fell off.
Now we see he's been an airplane the whole time.
I'm not even in the amusement park. By the time you get out of the maze, I'll be out of the city.
Sure, it is going to take them a while to get out of the maze because now they don't have the hand of fate. They can't just hop a ride.
Mm-hmm. Competitron bought by Bruce Wayne. And I love this.
Dick on this one.
Yeah, Dick. Yeah, he's like, oh, but Mockridge gets got $10 million out of the deal. And Bruce is like,
and then this should be the new riddle.
You know, yeah. Riddler's still in the loose. He's like, so you see Mockridge walking around his house with a shotgun. He's frightened because it's dark out. Mockridge may have his money, but he won't be sleeping well. Under the bed. I'm surprised he put the shotgun on the side of the bed. I'm surprised he wasn't like cuddling with it or something. How much is it? Like sleepwear.
Yeah, there's a riddle.
I like the ending. I get it that it's like, yeah, the rich guy may have gotten his money still, but his peace of mind is gone. But it's like, if you were that rich, couldn't you hire like private security?
He still got $10 million.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Couldn't he hire like private security or something?
Right? Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. He got $10 million out of it, and he was a jerk face about it.
I mean, he seems like there's nobody in there but him. But I'm just
right, and he could just hire some bodyguards.
Unless he's just that cheap.
Well, maybe he's afraid that Riddler will get to the bodyguards or something.
Maybe. Can outsmart a human.
Who knows?
Alright, you want to talk some comics?
That was classic. Yes, alright. So, 59. Can you show me the cover of it?
Beware the fiery hand of Blackburn.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah, the one where the flames are talking to them at the end.
Yes.
That was kind of wild.
It's, that Malcolm Hutch is, like, training with, Rick in the beginning.
Yes, yeah, and we figure out... No, wait, is he the one that became the firefighter instead of the cop?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's the firefighter one, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good. I'm interested in the cops. Maybe they could develop them a little. I mean, I think they're working on it. So giving me a little bit more info on the other people. I mean, because I still a little bit feel like I don't know them that well. Yeah,
because just with I think with all the different writers coming in and out, they haven't been fleshed out enough. But, I mean, if people like them, eventually they can make them their own. Once Dick comes back, they could be their own team, not Nightwings, but something else.
Sure. Or you know how they did that whole, Gotham Central that one time.
Oh, yeah.
David Central.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, they seem interesting. And I'd certainly I'd like to just get more on all of them. So I hope that's coming, since they started to give us a little more info about about Hutch, the firefighter.
Oh yeah, because we get a lot of this issue is about Hutch because he goes and visits his old partner in the hospital who's been in a coma, I guess.
Yeah, and that's why he went to the firefighting instead, and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the guy's daughter's not too happy to see him because she blames him.
Yeah. So, I mean,
but
we'll see how long it lasts. I mean, they're making progress.
Mm-hmm. But no, that was a good idea. They could do Bloodhaven Central, or it's popular. You could always do a Bloodhaven Law and Order Bloodhaven.
I love Law and Order so much. Yes. Oh man.
SVU is awesome. I love SVU.
I like all of them. Well, Criminal Intent was sometimes I like that one, not always. But Lenny Briscoe in the original Law and Order, man.
SVU.
He's my favorite fictional cop.
I like SVU #1, and then original Law and Order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
SVU.
That's my jam.
SVU is about to start its 21st season.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's why, I think I've told you this before, I think that's why I didn't get into Gotham, was because I thought Gotham was going to be like Law and Order Gotham, dun dun, and then it turned out to not really be that. It was much more dramatic and stuff, and so I was like, oh.
It was supposed to be, but then I think the villains, the Penguin, stole the show, and they're like,
right,
people are going to be interested unless we put some more Bruce Wayne in here.
Right, because it turned out, well, I mean, I didn't really watch it that much. You obviously know much more, but it felt, I thought that Jim Gordon was supposed to be kind of, your Lenny Briscoe kind of character, and it was really going to focus on him solving actual crimes.
It's supposed to be Gordon and Harvey, but like I said, the villain got big, and then they're like, oh, we need more Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. Because,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just, are NBC, no, wait, NBC's owned by Universal.
Mm-hmm.
So does Warner Brothers owned by what? Turner, Comcast? I don't know.
Isn't it just all Warner?
Yeah, I don't know if they're owned by the same thing. But come on, I feel like there's really some sweet licensing to be had there. Law and Order Gotham, or Bloodhaven, or Law and Order DC Universe. I would watch the heck out of that.
There you go.
So amazing.
Instead, we're getting an Alfred show. Instead, we're getting an Alfred show on a cable network no one has or knows about.
Yes, that instead. Sorry, we kind of jumped off. I mean, I think it could be interesting. I really thought the trailer felt very like Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express, because it takes place on a train. I mean, the trailer, I assume the whole season will not take place on a train. But yeah, I mean, Epix, I'm pretty sure my parents have Epix because they have this ridiculous cable package with a little bit of everything. But Epix sucks. We never find anything good on Epix. We always, when we're going there looking for movies, Epix has 7 movie choices, and they're almost always terrible.
I just wonder, how they convinced DC, because they probably wanted a DC show to they're like, oh, this will put us on the map.
Right, yeah, my guess is that Epix wanted the show more than DC, because I mean, if I were going to, because I would figure if DC were going to make a show, they should put it on DC Universe. So it must be that Epix was begging them for something.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, if not on DC Universe, I don't know why they wouldn't do, I mean, it's not really sci-fi, but why would they put it on the Sci-Fi Channel? That's where Krypton's at.
Yeah, I don't.
Wouldn't you package that as wouldn't you package that as a deal? Superman's grandfather and Alfred.
Yeah, that still blows my mind. I can't believe they have a show that's Superman's grandfather. It's not even his father; it's his grandfather.
Yeah, that's how far back it is. Yeah, that's what I said. At least if it was Jor-El, you could do the final days of Krypton. But it's
So instead, it's the golden age of Krypton, because it's... Wait, what is Superman's grandpa even named?
Is it Seg-El or something? Yeah, I think it's Seg-El.
I mean, sure. You could tell me anything, and I would believe you, Phil. You'd be like, oh, actually, it's Bob. I was like, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Seg-El, and there's time travel involved, because Adam Strange is coming back and has come back in time. It's like, oh, you have to do certain things, or your grandson will never be born and stuff, and They did the whole Back to the Future thing where like the cape, like Adam Strange came back with Superman's cape, and little bit, it starts disappearing. But they do have Brainiac, and then like they're going to bring in Doomsday, and I
just think the main annoying thing is if you're going to make us buy your special streaming service, then you ought to have all your shows on your special streaming service.
Well, again,
if you're going to be farming all of these shows out to these networks, why are you having the streaming service? I understand the shows that, like Arrow and The Flash, that were already on TV in Gotham, that were already on TV before the streaming service. But if you have the streaming service, why are you putting it on regular TV?
Yeah, and DC Universe, I don't know if they're going to alter that or fold that into the Warner Brothers app because now they're going to have a Warner's app because Swamp Thing, they were going to give that 13 episodes. They stopped it at 10, like production at 10.
Oh, and that was on that was on DC Universe, right?
It's coming, but like the production, they told them out like, oh yeah, we told you we had 13 episodes. You're getting 10, so wrap things up by 10.
So that means the 10th episode will probably be like all
weird, yeah, not
much up in 2 months and like 2 months to be done. You'll be like, oh, that felt rushed. Oh, that was rushed.
Yeah, so I don't know if DC Universe is going to last or they're going to fold it into the Warner Brothers thing because Disney, they're putting out something that has everything: Star Wars, Marvel, all their cartoons.
Yeah. Well, and then Disney's doing that, and they're taking all of their stuff off other streaming services. Oh yeah, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I read that they're like going to take their stuff out of Hulu and Netflix and all that kind of stuff.
All the stuff's off.
Or not yet.
All the stuff's going to be off Netflix. I think they said. I'm guessing Disney Plus is going to be like, everything PG-13 and under for like their mature stuff. I guess they're going to put it on Hulu because they said Hulu's going to have a Ghost Rider series and like a Damon Hellstrom series.
Oh, so like the kid animated movies are not part of Disney Plus?
I think they are. Everything that is, I think everything's going to be on Disney Plus that's not like, TVMA or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that stuff's going to Hulu because they already said they're having Ghost Rider.
I mean, eventually people are not going to need cable, and then that's going to annoy the cable companies. So I don't know what's going to happen.
There's people that do that now. They just buy all these Netflix and Hulus and stuff, and just.
Well, I mean, I don't have cable.
I have it, but it's just I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what now that all the. I think there's like one more season of something coming on Netflix of Marvel. After that, I'm probably going to get rid of Netflix and just have like, the Disney app and then wherever DC's putting their stuff. Either DC.
Right, yeah. I mean, the thing is I can't help but imagine that Disney thing is really going to hurt Netflix.
Oh, yeah. And it's only, what is it, like $6.99 a month? Yeah. Like I said, all the Star Wars and Marvel, and both of those are getting like original TV shows over there. Like Marvel's putting out like 3 or 4 shows. Star Wars,
right? Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of those. Yeah. Well, whatever. It's not my problem.
Anyway, back to Nightwing.
Yeah. Sorry, we totally got off. Like, we'll have to try to watch this Alfred show, but I'm not gonna buy it. If my parents don't have Epics, then too bad. But I think they might. I'll tell them to DVR it for me.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of this issue was Hutch, but then we, you get stuff with Rick and his girlfriend. She buys him a cell phone.
Yeah, Rick and B.
Yeah. And then he's coming back. He hears something about the arsonist, so he takes off without being asked. So.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I know that, well, since you posted it, I talked with a number of people at the Batman conference we were at, and I know a lot of people, well, I'm getting the impression that a lot of people don't really like this Night Amnesia arc, and I think it's definitely alienating some longer time readers, and a lot of people have dropped the books. So I admit it's not my favorite. I mean, I'm trying to be open-minded and just like
me too.
Go with the flow. But yeah, it's not my it's not my favorite.
I don't know why they're doing it. I really haven't seen a lot of positive feedback. Anytime I see anything online or anything, it's like people are like, "Why are they doing this? This is stupid."
Right. Like I definitely I mean, if we end up getting some really cool supporting characters out of it, like Hutch and the other cops, see what happens with B, the bartender, that would be good. Because otherwise it feels a little bit like they're making Nightwing and the Nightwing book kind of marked time. And then it's like a way to keep this alive while we're waiting for something else. We're getting permission or whatever for something else to happen. And then it's just going to be like,
yeah, just like
move on to the next thing.
I'm just like, why we have Nightwing out of the way? Is there a reason they want Nightwing out of the way for some reason?
Well, I thought you think it has something to do with what's happening in Batman, right?
Maybe. Well, yeah, because Bane has this big thing. He was like trying to take, that's why the marriage didn't go through. And then, Nightwing shot, basically taking as many allies away from him as possible. But
yeah,
I mean, you could always, I know it's been done many times, but you could have just had Batman and Dick have a big fight and, Dick just left and stayed in Bloodhaven and with the Titans and stuff.
I don't know. Let's hope it has some, it's not my favorite, but it hasn't been horrible.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm liking some of the secondary characters. I don't know. The one thing that, and maybe it's partially just because, I don't mind reading them, but I've never totally agreed with the idea that if Batman didn't take the Robins in, that they all would have ended up like criminals or druggies on the street or whatever. So maybe that's part of why this does a little bit annoy me, because I don't think that some of the stuff they're characterizing with Rick, like how he feels he needs to help people out and this kind of stuff. Yes, that feels very true. But the whole weird thing of like, I'm not even going to get an apartment and I'm just going to crash in people's houses. At least he was like, oh, I took this lady to the hospital, and now I'm staying in her house to take care of her cats.
I think
kind of thing. Like, that kind of works, but sometimes I feel like that's because a lot of people at DC think that if Dick had never been taken in by Bruce, he would have become this, like, shiftless vagabond on the edge of society who was, like, 2 steps away from jail or whatever. And, like, I don't really think that that's what would have happened if Dick had not been taken in by Bruce. I
think they're already
because I think he's better. I think he's better than that.
I think they're already seeing how that that's out of character, and that's a big problem, because I think they're kind of moving away from that. Just like B giving him the phone, and I wouldn't be surprised if he moves in with her anytime now.
Yeah, right. They are kind of moving away from him. Now I guess he's living in his cab. I don't know. Yeah. It's like they're not really dealing with it right now.
But I could see him moving in with her and them trying to make him more average. And he's not homeless, but he's just going to be like a normal guy with like, oh, hey, I know Kung Fu for some reason.
Yeah, like a normal. But and then the other thing, like with him drinking, I know a lot of people were kind of annoyed with that. And I get being annoyed with that. I'm kind of like, well, whatever. I teach college. I'm around a lot of 20-somethings, and many of them, they drink quite a lot. So I'm not shocked by that. But yes, there's never really been. Most of the bats don't really drink.
Well, again, I think they're moving away from it. I think they're moving away from more of him being the bad boy too, and it's more like he's either with his girlfriend or he's being all heroic,
Yeah.
With this team,
so we'll see. But hopefully it doesn't last too much longer.
I hope they don't wait for like an anniversary issue. I hope they're not just like, oh yeah, he's back in 75, because that's like another 15 issues. I'm like, no.
I know.
Be like over a year, unless they double up again.
Time will tell.
Yeah. But hey, you want to talk some better Dick Grayson stories in Detective 1000?
Yes, the Detective 1000. So, I just will say, I really love the cover and how, Dick is kind of small, but I think it's so cute that he's back with Alfred eating a snack.
Yes, I know, that's great.
I thought that was pretty awesome. I thought that was cute. So the one where he was little, it was so short. I kind of wish it had been longer, but I thought that was good. The Precedent one by Tynan. Do you know how to say it?
Oh yeah, is it James Tynan there?
Tynan.
Yeah.
Yes, that was cute. I liked that one.
Being
up on the chandelier.
Yeah, a bunch of stories. There's a few with Dick Grayson, and
Well, the one that, what was the name of the really bad henchman, the fake henchman, Newt or something.
Oh, yeah.
That they made up.
It's almost like another Matches of Balloon, but I guess the Bat family.
Yeah, but he was the henchman.
Yeah.
And Dick was the one who was portraying him when it was Poison Ivy. Yeah, that one was cute. It was like Dick, Barbara, Bruce, Alfred, and then Damian was like, I want to be him.
Was it Brody or something? Oh, yeah, Newt Brody.
Yeah, I think it was something Brody.
Newt Brody.
Yeah. That one was kind of funny.
Yeah, and then there's the one with when the whole Bat family gets together, and what was it, Damian calling Dick?
Yes, and I know, and you and I was, whenever I have these feelings about Batman, I need to let them out. I was messaging you, so sorry. But yes, I don't want to hate on Tom King because I think he's been getting a lot of hate recently, and I liked what he did with Grayson, but my thoughts about that were kind of all over the place, and honestly, I felt like he was kind of all over the place with that story. I don't even remember what it was called, but the Tom King written one in Detective. So some of the things I liked. I thought it was kind of cute how it was Damian and Dick having their talking, and although I do not think that Dick is the 12th best detective. He's much better than that. But I did think that felt like it felt very Damian to like kind of razz him about that, and it felt very Dick to just kind of like let it roll off his back kind of thing, and then tease him about it later. But then it was hard to tell many times who was saying what, and that really kind of bothered me in the issue because, there was that one page where they had that discussion and it was just all the little boxes, and there weren't any symbols to tell who was saying it. There was one time where somebody replied Dick, so you knew that the one right above it must have been said by Dick, but it was hard to tell. And the same kind of thing at the end, was it just Damian and Dick talking, or was there somebody else involved? Because I particularly like the ending if it was just Damian and Dick talking, because I thought so that's why I like to think it was, because it wrapped around to the beginning where it was just those two, and Dick like kind of, proves himself at the end, I'm much better than being the 12th best detective, Damian, because I know what Bruce was doing. Like that was what, and plus it showcased as well that like Dick is more in touch, with the emotional side of things than many of the other bats are. Not that they're all terrible about it, and not that Dick is perfect about it, but they often portray him as being one of the bats who is more in tune with what's going on emotionally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that was good, but it just bugged me because sometimes I could not figure out who was saying what.
Yeah, there are better ways to do that, and I've seen writers, like you said, either a symbol next to the box or different color boxes. Yeah, but.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it was just Dick and Damian at the end? Because they had their words split up into different boxes. So sometimes you might think, well, is a different individual saying everything in these boxes? Or are they different boxes because they're different discrete thoughts? Kind of like sometimes I'll send 3 short texts instead of 1 long text. So that's why, I don't know. I prefer to think as Dick and Damian because then Dick comes out looking better. But I mean, that's not necessarily the best reason.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, or at the end if it was just Dick talking. But yeah, again, it's hard to tell who was talking, and I don't know. I think that hurts a story when you do it like that.
Right? Yeah, because. Yeah, so that kind of annoyed me. And then I was like kind of not sure what's going on with what he did with Barbara in that story. I mean, I guess it seems okay for Barbara to ask, like, why are you Batwoman and why am I Batgirl? Although I suppose the answer is, well, Barbara, you came first, so if you didn't want to be Batgirl, you should have renamed yourself Batwoman. But...
And it isn't.
I don't know. It was weird.
Batwoman like older, or maybe I don't know.
Batwoman is older. Yes. Yeah.
It's like,
but the whole thing where she was like, I've been to war, and she was like, I dated Dick Grayson. I was like, wait, is this supposed to be like dating Dick is as bad as going to war, or dating Dick makes me like such a badass it's equivalent to going to war? Because I don't know, neither one felt like something Barbara would say.
I know, it just seemed like the whole point of the story almost was to like knock on Dick Grayson, except I thought that was going to be the whole point of the story until they were like, oh, maybe was it Damian say, oh yeah, maybe he's kicking Jason out of the family.
Yeah, I mean, so some of the jokes were good. Jason teased about, but yeah, like, yeah, I think as a Dick fan, you were kind of like, why is everyone ripping on him? But like the Damian thing made sense, and he redeemed himself with that at the end. I just did not understand what he was doing with Barbara, because either way to interpret that doesn't feel to me like Barbara at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think she would. Well, plus I'm not even sure in New 52 and Rebirth if they've even dated.
I think it's been hinted they have, but yeah, it's like you.
Well, a lot of times it's also hinted that they've talked about dating, and then the timing has never been right. So I'm not even sure they've dated. And if they have, like, Dick only mentions he's been Batman in that story that Tom King wrote for right there, so that didn't really make sense. And then, yeah, like I said, I just think he did a bad job with Barbara. Barbara's way more mature than that.
Oh yeah.
She might have asked, like, why are you woman and I'm girl, like, jokingly. But then, yeah, I can't imagine her using dating Dick in any way like that. Because, like, no, it doesn't make you as big of a badass. Like, I don't know. It just, Barbara has so many things she could defend herself with. It's like, why would she pick that? Like, that doesn't even make sense for Barbara.
Yeah, I know. Tom King has his moments sometimes where you're just like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
With such and such character.
That's why it's... Right. So, overall, I would say I was when I first read it, I was like, ugh. And then I read it again, and I was like, okay, there are some, like, kind of cute and redeeming things in here, but I don't know. I just think mostly he didn't do a good job with Barbara.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just feel like Barbara would... She has so many cool things she could fire back with. And, like, Barbara is not the kind of character who would ever define herself as who she dated. Even if she dated Batman or, like, Superman or something, she would never do that.
No.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I thought that was a big old fail right there.
Yeah. I mean, overall, the issue was good, but yeah, just that story, I was just like, really? And I thought back, so I was like, man, the art's nice. It's like, just the story was a little better.
Right, yeah, and it was the picture and stuff. It was like I wanted to like it, so I went through and picked out things that I liked, but it just felt a little... So, like, it wasn't terrible, but it just felt a little off.
Yeah. Agreed.
So, who knows?
So should we wrap it there?
Yep, but hey, at least the Press of the Tynan story, that was good. That was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Early Dick Grayson, yeah.
Yeah. It's always cute.
Mm-hmm. So next time we're going to be talking...
I feel like whenever you want a cute story, you can't go wrong with early Dick, Robin, and Bruce.
Yeah.
They're like, that's like maximum cuteness right there.
Yeah. All right. Oh, but I was going to say, next time we're going to be talking Nightwing 60. But when do you want to do another animated series episode?
Yeah, let's see. What did we do so far? Riddler one. Did we do another one?
Yeah, we did one other one. What did we do? Fear of Victory.
Oh, Fear of Victory, I think, because I love that one. Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember all the Dick Grayson episodes.
Well, I mean, there's, of course, the two-parter Robin's Reckoning, which is, like, pretty famous. Won the Emmy.
Yeah, we could do that. Do you want to do both in one episode, or do you want to, like, split them up?
No, we got to do them both together. I can't wait.
All right.
I can't wait a month in between talking about them.
Well, if we only have one issue next time, yeah, I mean, we could do Nightwing 60 and then do the Robin's Reckoning Part 1 and 2. So,
yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, everyone. So you got your homework, Nightwing 60 and Robin's Reckoning Part 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Awesome.
All right. And I was going to say, do you want to promote anything that you never do?
Nope.
Just buy the book, Dick Grayson. Boy Wonder. All right. And email us with your thoughts on any of this or upcoming stuff, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. I believe it's at Nightwing News. Follow CL Side or Capes and Lunatics on Instagram. The voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-Capes. And check out the new, still a work in progress, capesandlunatics.org. All right. Seems like we did so much today. All right. Well, I mean, we did it. We did a live commentary. We did Nightwing 59. I would even mention the new villain, Burnback. I guess.
Well, we got distracted ripping on epics.
Yeah, true. We really don't know much about that villain yet. He just looks like a walking fire monster. I'm like, how are they going to fight that? Yeah. The Scarecrow's whole Joker's daughter. Like I said, like you can't do all bad villains.
Yeah.
Bring Dick Grayson back all the way. Come on. They're making us wait. Don't let Tom King pull these guys. They're keeping him away. Alright, everyone. Join us next time. Keep flying, Graysons.